You guys know how we need to clean the bench and stuff. Well, screw all that. I got a new toy. That'll be later. Everybody else drives without mufflers, and truck doesn't have mufflers, and well, that won't have mufflers, so we're gonna cut the mufflers off that. I gotta order some pipe. I gotta order some stupid stuff, but that'll be later. I have other things to do. I need to harvest some stuff from the Explorer. Let me tripod, bring some tools. And I took the plates from the Explorer and transferred my name, so I didn't have to buy tags again. So the truck and the Lincoln are synced up. They'll be due for tags next year. Truck's been running good. Honda's running okay. It's kind of oh, I haven't posted the video yet. It's up, but you guys haven't seen it yet. What could that be possibly for? Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna be getting rid of the Explorer. We were actually gonna do some videos on trashing it, but it just, I don't want to spend any money for gas, and I've already pulled the insurance and the plates, and I'd rather, you know, hook it up once and, you know, dump it and get some money for it. And plus, we need to start getting some parts off of this thing. I've already took some stuff from this. The motocroft battery I put in here when after I got this thing, or after I put the 5-speed in, I put in my truck. So this has the red top now, but we'll be taking that when we scrap this thing. This thing's in pretty rough shape. The engine runs on 5 cylinders, and to be honest, it was kind of going that way when I got the thing, so we're gonna do some engine stuff, possibly a diesel swap. I did at least do the 5-speed swap like I had planned, but this thing has just kind of gone downhill. I took the front seats out and put them in my truck, and they bolted right up to the manual tracks that these came off of, and God, they're so much more comfortable than those. I have some fiddle fartery things to do with my seats, as well as making some reinforcements just to prevent future damage, but but they're working out a lot better. So I think I'll be taking the truck to work this week to see how it does. So far, driving around town, the seating feels a lot better. These, you feel like you're on your, you know, like a bucket, sitting on a bucket, like not comfort wise, but I mean, or lack of, but I mean, like, you're gonna fall out of the seat immediately. So we've got to pull the engine and tranny out of this. The engine we kind of want to take apart and examine it and see what has actually gone wrong and how bad the engine really is. But the transmission, clutch pedals, and anything else manual transmission related will be up for sale. It's just in bad shape. This engine's done. So we've already, one of our friends in town has a 92, I think, and we just took the radiator hoses from it. Hers were actually ballooned up. This one wasn't too bad. It was the lower one, which is on here. I don't know if you can tell. It's hard to see down there, but it was pretty ballooned up. So I was like, hey, you know, for this amount of money, we'll swap that stuff over. And we even used the coolant from this and put it in hers, because the coolant in here was actually more forgiving than what she had, which was rust water. But anyways, I want this guy out of here because this is a brand new alternator, and at some point this year I'm getting that AC bracket for my truck, and I'll be able to use this alternator, and I don't want to buy another alternator, so we'll use this one, and we'll be good to go. So I'm going to set you up on the tripod. I'm going to grab some tools, and we're going to get this off, get the belt off. We'll save the belt for something in case somebody in town throws a belt and they need it for an Explorer. Works for, you know, various years. And again, when we go to scrap it, this battery here, this battery's still okay. I just wanted to run, you know, dual motorcrafts. They're equally used, equally new batteries, so I got those in there. And yeah, and then this will be used solely for something completely different. And I want to take stuff out of here like these check valves. These are coming handy for stuff. And let's see what else. This heater control valve I kind of want to take out and implement into my truck. Yeah, these things are nice because when you put the AC on max, that closes off, and then your heater core shuts off, and then you get the coldest air you can possibly get. Okay, it's kind of nice having a parts car because there's stuff on here that I want to use on my truck. And stuff I want to use on the Lincoln. Now this has good horns. I need to get those off, and I also need to cut the pigtails for that pigtails for the fog light things, because the other fog lights I've got have the other end of the pigtail on there. I get a new socket kit. This one's a pile of crap. I don't know, you can see, yeah, she's just got oil in there. Oh, there's actually oil in the intake. I mean, literally going into the throttle. Guys, I'm getting a little thirsty. I might have to go get me a beverage. Okay. So the alternator needs to come off. I actually need this harness here. So we'll just go ahead and cut that off. I'll get the wiring diagram for that later. Was gonna sell this alternator to our friend in town, but I don't know. I don't think she's gonna do it. Oh yeah, my extra ground. Need to get that out of there because that's gonna go in the truck as well. It's a kind of nice little spot to work on stuff. It's kind of in the alleyway, but we're a little bit farther away from the road there. Okay, well, we got the alternator. What else? Oh, that ground wire. Need that. And that was all the AC stuff. What was that plugged into? Oh, AC stuff. Okay. This thing needed valve cover gaskets, and this engine needed to be completely rebuilt, but you know what? It's just not worth it. Oh yeah, that's right. We extended that bastardly. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, I'm not broken. This was replaced before. Yeah, this will be nice to have in the truck. Switch to max AC when it goes to, there's a little blend door on the outside here. Well, on the bullnose trucks. And it pulls in and it changes it from vented to in-cab air when it goes to max AC. We'll tee off of that and it'll turn this on. And it'll redirect the coolant flow back to the engine instead of to the heater core. Yep. Alright, we'll put our inconsistent velocity U-joint thing in here. I need these for the Lincoln. The Lincolns are, horns are a little anemic sounding nowadays. These are, fairly substantial. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to put the nut back on the bolt. Okay, this one hooks. Can we pull that up through here? Yeah, we can. Yeah. Oh, the bracket's a little bent up, but that's okay. We can use the Lincoln's bracket, but yeah. So we got a low and a high. So yeah, that'll work. That'll work great. Alright, tubes. I think that's going to be a wrap. Oh yeah, this fan's about ready to explode. Surprised it hadn't already. The steering box looks like the one in my truck. Well, that's enough of that. Poor thing. Anyways, we got some cool stuff coming for the Honda. There's actually one more Honda video pending release. That'll probably be next Sunday. And stuff for the Lincoln, stuff for the truck. Got lots of stuff planned for the truck. I actually have things I want to do, but I've been putting money away instead of buying stuff for that to actually get a property. And maybe, I'm thinking probably in, I don't know, I'd like to be moved out of this place in about 2 years. We're kind of looking for a place around here in Vernonia, but a little more out of the way of neighbors. I mean, our neighbor Ron is pretty cool, and I need a little bit of property, and plus it'd be nice to have some acreage to make some kind of off-road thingamamadoo, and you know, thrash on cheap cars and stuff, and probably would have made it easier to do a quick thrashing on this thing before we start pulling parts of it. But now I'm just, I don't even want to deal with doing any of that. Got a friend in town who's got some property we could do that with, but you know, I'd rather do it on my own property. Anyways, I'm gonna put some links down below. We have our Johnson's Garage email in case you wanted to contact us if you wanted to sponsor something, or you're a fan and you had a question about something and we didn't get to it in a comment, or whatever else, if you just wanted to chit chat. I will also put down a link to our Patreon account, which we have haven't really been putting out there. In fact, I got to make some changes to it, update it, and yeah, if anybody donates to that, proceeds from Patreon will actually go towards getting a house with a barn that we can turn into a shop. How's that sound? Yeah, money I get from Google, I use that to pay the electric bill and other things, and everything else that we do is out of pocket. So yeah. Anyways, tips, we gotta go. Well, I gotta go. It's just me. Well, you guys gotta go too. See you later. Bye.
Hey, come on, baby.